Throughout these first couple of weeks of Lent, we've been hearing a lot about prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, and about our call to repentance. We heard the Our Father the other day, and Jesus saying this is how we are to pray, and talking about fasting and all that. And here we have another instance of Him inviting us to give alms to the poor, to give to those who are in need. Why? Because, well, look at the eternal consequences when we see in the readings for today. And a lot of times we might look at our own lives and say, well, but I barely have anything. I can't even make ends meet myself. But I'm always remembering how Mother Teresa would go to the poorest of the poor, and she said she would go into someone's house and bring them, for instance, a cup of rice or something like that. And the immediate response so often was for that person, after thanking her and rejoicing, to split about half of it out and bring half of it to the neighbors. Even these people who had nothing would share what little they have. And I'm reminded of this saying that I've shared with you before, that Cardinal, I'm thinking Cardinal Mundelein, because he was the cardinal when I was out in Mundelein. Cardinal George, who was the cardinal when I was in seminary, he said to a group of donors at the seminary, the poor need you to pull them out of poverty, and you need the poor to keep you out of hell. That it's not good enough for us to say, oh yeah, that's good that they're there, but we're called to reach out. We looked what happened to Dives today, the traditional name for the rich man. Jesus did not accuse him of adultery. Jesus did not accuse him of stealing. Jesus did not accuse him of any of those sins. But much like how he speaks at the end of the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 25, as he talks about the gathering of the nations, he said, I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. Not so much the sins of commission as the sins of omission that condemned Dives to his torment in the flames. I know there's much conversion that has to happen in my life. And I invite you to look through your lives as well and see, what are the areas where I need to be more generous? To recognize the people around me and their needs. Sometimes it's not material needs. Sometimes somebody just needs a hug, or being present, or a recognition of their pain. Whatever it may be, let us ask God first for the eyes to be able to see those in need around us. And then second, for the courage and the generosity to be able to help as we can.